Hi guys, this is Michelle and I am back with my week 33 update. I actually didn't come to you last week and I will tell you about that in a second. But first, let me tell you my stats. I had to do a 6-month supervised diet at the start of my program. That was in May of 2016. At the start of that, I was 286.8. And then on my day of surgery, which was January 4th of 2017 at Banner Gateway Medical Center here in Gilbert, Arizona, and my surgeon was Dr. Albert Chin, my weight on that day was 251.8. Today, my weight is 199.8. I am just barely still in Wonderland. And so, let's see here. Usually I write these out and I didn't do it this time. So that's an 87-pound loss since the start of this whole process. And it is a 52-pound loss since surgery. Now, last week, I was around the same weight. I've been hovering around the same weight just because of emotional eating. I mean, if I'm going to be honest, I would say that several times during this week and last week, I wasn't in Wonderland. My weight jumped up as high as like 202, but then I always came to my senses, and by the time of my weigh-ins, like last week's weigh-in and this week's weigh-in, I was back in Wonderland again. However, I just haven't been making any leeway at getting down further than 199 point something. And so last week, I actually was all ready to do a video. I had a whole bunch of things that I really needed to talk about. And then when it was time for me to actually do it, I didn't feel like doing it. And so I thought about making myself do it, and then I thought, well, this is voluntary. I don't have to do this if I don't want to do this. And so I'm not going to make myself do a video if I don't want to do a video. However, now I wish that I had have actually made myself do the video, because I was going through a whole bunch of things last week and now I feel different. And so because I feel different, it's going to be hard now for me to go back and talk about it, because I don't necessarily feel that way anymore. I don't know if my feelings have changed or if it's just now in my subconscious and I can't bring it back up again currently. Because I don't think that I did anything to make those thoughts go away. I don't know. But all I know is that I don't exactly feel the same way anymore. So let me see if I can talk about how I was feeling last week. I was starting to feel as if I was sabotaging myself. That I realized that maybe I was afraid of what it meant to be in Wonderland. And I was afraid of what it meant for my weight to get much lower than what it was. And so I was very stressed from work. And then also some other things that were going on in my life was making me feel very stressed. And so I am an emotional eater. And so, yes, I was eating things that I shouldn't be eating. But at the same time, I think in the back of my mind, I had this feeling that I was afraid of my weight getting lower. It's so hard to explain because I don't necessarily feel that way anymore. And the thing is that I don't know why. I'm not one of these people who ever accepted my weight at a high weight. You know, it's like I never was one of those people that said, oh, I look okay, but I'm just going to do the surgery for health reasons or things like that. Like, I never believed in fat acceptance for myself in terms of I never accepted myself at a high weight. And so I don't know why I would be resisting getting lower. I just know that when I thought about it, that there was a part of me that thought something significant was ending, and that I was afraid of what this signified, that maybe I wasn't ready to be in this new world, which is silly. It's like, what? I'm afraid to be in Wonderland, as if that's an actual place, as if that actually means anything whatsoever. It doesn't mean anything. But all of a sudden, I think that I was afraid. I guess I was starting to think of, I can't imagine my weight being in the 180s or the 170s or the 160s or the 150s. I mean, like, but it's a good thing. So I don't know why I'm afraid of it. Like, what does that mean? Just because if my weight was 150, it doesn't mean that I'm any different, does it, than someone whose weight is 200. But yet I think that I was kind of afraid to kind of face all of those numbers. And I am going to be doing my bathtub ritual coming up soon. As a matter of fact, I might even do it tonight because I do have some time tonight. So I might be doing it tonight. And after my bathtub ritual, I will be talking a little bit more about the significance of Wonderland to me and what some of these numbers mean, and some of like my all-time lowest weights as an adult and things like that. I'm not going to talk about that in this video, but I think like some of those things was starting to play on my mind and playing mind games with me. And I remember, oftentimes I start thinking about these videos a few days in advance. So like on Sunday, I remember I had been eating very poorly, just terrible. And so on Sunday, I started thinking about what I was going to talk about on my video on Wednesday. Now, this was last week. So I was trying to figure out, okay, what is going to be your topic? Because usually I have like one main thing that I want to focus on. So I was like, oh, how am I going to explain why I've been eating so much garbage? And it's like, as I thought about how I was going to try to explain to you guys why I was eating this way, when I thought about it that way, I was like, why are you eating this way? Stop it. And the funny thing is that immediately I stopped. It was like, just stop eating this way. You realize that you shouldn't be doing it, so stop doing it. And truly, on that Sunday, I got my act together. I exercised, I got on the treadmill, and I felt great. And it lasted for several days. Like I said, as a matter of fact, by that Wednesday, I was all ready to talk about it. I was back on track. But then I just didn't feel like talking about it. And then I fell off the wagon again. And now I'm back on track again. But it's like, what is going on? I don't know. Okay, I paused to readjust some things. I don't know if this is better or worse or the same. So that's how I was feeling last week. And like I said, I wish I had talked to you last week, because now I don't feel that way anymore, so I can't adequately articulate my thoughts and my feelings. But I just know that I felt like I was sabotaging myself on purpose. And now, how do I feel? Well, I'm letting work get to me again. This job, and maybe it's a combination of my birthday coming up. My birthday is coming up in a few weeks. I'll be 46 years old. And so when I think about all the hard work that I have done my entire life, career-wise, all the years I went to school, I was in school for a very long time. When I when I went to pharmacy school, it was a 5-year program. I started off as a pre-med major and I changed my major. And so because of that, I was behind. And so that added a whole extra year onto my studies. And so I was in undergrad for 6 years. And then after I graduated, after I was out for several years, then I went back to school again, part-time for 4 years in order to get my doctor of pharmacy. And so I've done all of this stuff so that now I'm 46 years old and I'm in a job that I really don't like and I dread doing every single day, and I don't see any other good prospects. I don't see any way really to get out of this. And I think that it was the combination of, yes, just the continuing saga of how do I deal with my job, but now, it's like another year has gone by, and now I'm about to be 46 years old, and where am I? I'm not in any relationship. It's been in a million years. I don't have kids, and I hate my job. And so it's like, what do I have? I guess I have this awesome success so far and being in Wonderland, and now I'm sabotaging it. I don't know. It's like, usually people go through these types of things right before they're about to reach a significant age, like maybe when they're about to turn 30 or about to turn 40. I'll be turning 50 in a few years, and I'm a planner, and so, I prefer to freak out about these things in advance so I can do something about it. So I think this is another part of me starting to freak out about the idea of approaching 50, and this is not where I want to be when I reach 50. I need to start doing things now to make sure that when I want my 50s to be much better than my 40s. I really do. And so I think I'm starting to feel the stress. Even though I still have many years to go because I'm only turning 46, it's like, well, of course, because of my birthday, these thoughts and feelings are coming up. So, and it just so happened to coincide with Wonderland, and like I said, and a few other stresses that I've had going on. Whatever, this is life. This is life. This is this is what life. This is what happens. I was recently talking to a friend who's going through a whole bunch of issues, and she's actually a pharmacist. And so, I talked to her about, her job is similar to my job in a way. And she actually, she wishes her job could be much, much better. I don't think that she dislikes her job as much as I dislike mine. But we talk about how practicing pharmacy is so much different now than it was in the past, and how, leaving the job that I'm in, it's very likely that I'll actually land into a job that's worse, and so that's pretty depressing to think about. Like, I would never want her job. As much as I don't like my job, I don't want her job. No. So it's like, I don't know what to do. I even thought about maybe I should change careers, which is silly because I love pharmacy. And the truth is that I do really love pharmacy, and there's nothing else that I want to do. And so I can't even change careers. I don't know what I would go to school for. I don't know. But anyway, that's not the purpose of this channel. Weight loss. So I am feeling better. I have pretty much stopped the self-sabotage. I have still been keeping up with my workouts. And I think I didn't talk about that completely in my previous video. It occurred to me that I don't know why. It's like, okay, I work long hours, and so yes, sometimes it's hard. Well, it's hard for me to work out after work. And then I was like, well, why don't you work out on your days off? I mean, I am busy on my days off, but hey, I have like 30 minutes to do a workout. And so it was like all of a sudden it seemed like the most brilliant idea in the world. Work out on your days off. If you can't work out any other day, then make sure you work out on your days off. So that's at least 2 days a week. So that is something that I instituted a few weeks ago, that no matter what, I must work out on my days off. So that's one thing that I've been doing. Another thing that I have been doing is I have an elliptical, and I have it in my office facing my computer screen. On Mondays, we have a 30-minute meeting, and, I have to be in front of the computer screen to see what they're presenting. And so I have started getting on my treadmill during that meeting. So it's like I've made myself promise that I must get on the treadmill at least 15 minutes of that 30-minute meeting every Monday. So there we go. There's 3 days out of the week exercising. I also, I'm still, because I have my Fitbit charge, I try to get up every single hour to do my 250 steps. And so now, I had been just getting up and walking around, but now I sometimes actually get on the treadmill for a few minutes every hour to get in my steps. So I definitely do that on Mondays. So not treadmill, elliptical. So Mondays are elliptical Mondays. So not only do I get on the treadmill for 15 minutes during my meeting, but then I've promised myself that at least 3 or 4 times when I get up to get my 250 steps, I get on the elliptical for some of those steps, so that I have even more minutes. So Monday is my elliptical Mondays. And so I have been doing that, and I have been consistent with that. And I have to remember just how good working out makes me feel. It makes me feel great. And it also makes me not want to sabotage myself. I eat the best on the days that I work out, because when I want to eat something that I shouldn't, I just think, well, first of all, because I feel so good, I really don't really get the urge to eat things that I shouldn't. And I guess it's more like, eating more than I should, more than things that I shouldn't, because I really don't have bad things in my house. Well, except for maybe popcorn, if you consider that bad. And I have been eating a lot of popcorn. I keep thinking about losing it for me 42 every time I eat popcorn or drink wine, because, for the month of August, she's not eating popcorn or drinking wine. And every time I'm drinking a glass of wine and eating popcorn, which sometimes is at the same time, because, drinking wine often triggers the urge to eat popcorn, whereas otherwise the popcorn just sits there forever, because I'm really not a big popcorn eater, and so I can go for weeks and have the bag there and not even think about it. But when I have a glass of wine, then that makes me want to eat the popcorn. I'm rambling. So the thing is that I've started to try to figure out what I'm jumping ahead. I'm not making any sense. The other thing I wanted to talk about is that I have been going to the casino too much, because I'm stressed out, and so in order to keep myself from eating too much, then sometimes I'm like, well, let me just go to the casino. So I don't sit here in front of the TV and eat, then I go to the casino. But hello, I'm not made of money, and I've been spending too much time in the casino. So I need something else to do to make me feel better, so that I don't want to eat. And so I have decided that after I come back from my birthday trip in September, which I haven't talked about yet, but I will talk about that next week, I am going to institute something. I don't know yet. I'm going to think about it. It's going to be something that I'm going to do for the rest of the year. My 1-year Surgiversary is January 4th of 2018. And so I'm going to put something in place for September, October, November, and December. But I'm still hammering out the details in my mind. And I'm kind of excited about it. Because I haven't really done anything like this. Throughout this whole surgery process, I haven't done anything. But I want to give myself something new to focus on, to get my mind off of focusing on how much I don't like my job. And so why not focus on my weight? And my diet and exercise and stuff like that. So that's my plan, that I'm going to do. And yeah, I'm rambling. I just needed to come and do this update. I will hopefully be coming back to you guys with my bathtub ritual video. And I do have some meal prep videos coming up. I've already done them, so I just need to edit them and put them together. So they'll definitely be coming up soon. Unlike my question and answer video that I keep promising you guys, that has not been done yet, and I don't know when I'm going to do that, so I'm going to stop talking about it. But thank you to all of my old and my new subscribers. Thank you for watching, and I will come back to you guys soon. Bye.